Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little different because today I'll be giving you my thoughts so far on the new anime series Tower of God, as well as the webtoon of the same series, also known as Shinetop in Korean. Viewers be warned, spoilers ahead. Also, just a side note, I've only read up to about chapter 200 on the webtoon, and this series has about 500 chapters, so I'm pretty far behind. But I love the series so much that I had to do a quick review, so bear with me. And without further ado, let's get into the review. Tower of God, also known as Shinetop, is a South Korean webtoon written and illustrated by a person known as SIU. It has 3 volumes so far, with about 500 chapters in total, and if I'm correct, it's still ongoing. The series recently has gotten itself an anime adaptation by Telecom Animation Films, with it currently having 5 episodes out, and let me tell you so far, it does not disappoint. The story follows that of a young man known as the 25th Bam, or Yoru in Japanese, as Bam means night in Korean, where he ends up in a mysterious tower which apparently grants you any one wish once you reach the top. So what is Bam after? Money? Power? Status? Why did he enter such a dangerous place? Well, it was all thanks to his friend Rachel, who wanted to see the stars, resulting in entering the tower and dragging him along with her, however resulting in them getting separated on the way. Once in the tower, Bam realizes what it means to survive and actually live, as he experiences the love and pain of making friends, growing his strength as he learns about ignition weapons and Shinsu, and inevitably climbing the tower in hopes of meeting Rachel again. Now so far I'm loving the series, both the anime and webtoon, because I feel like the pacing is really good and the character development is decent. It's not the best, but it's definitely not bad. And while there are definitely a few characters that are despised, like spoiler alert, Rachel, because of how corrupted she is, for wanting to go up the tower while trying to kill her friends along the way, there are definitely a few characters that I love. For example, the man I am drawing in this video, Lero Ro, as well as a few others such as Rock and Urek Mazino. And the reason why I like them is pretty simple. Lero Ro is a great character. I love his character design, his personality, his voice in the anime, the way he carries himself and acts like he is mega strong. He is a ranker, but he is not arrogant and mostly badass. He's the typical strong but cool guy. And Rock, he's dumb. He's dumb but he cares about his friends. And sometimes he speaks mad truth when everyone else is too scared to do anything. He gives me major Tsundere vibes, and I'm here for it. And of course, Urek Mazino. If Lero Ro wasn't my favorite character, Urek Mazino would definitely be. He is without a doubt strong, and if I'm correct, he's like the top 3 strongest beings in the tower, like besides King Jahad. Also, his character design is truly one of the best, much better than Lero Ro sadly, because unlike Lero Ro, Urek actually wears normal clothes and also styles a neat tattoo. As for the story so far, I'm loving it. Each arc is really stepping it up and letting the overall story progress, starting from the crown game to what I am up to currently in the webtoon, which is Bam stealing the ignition weapon needle during the workshop tournament and him finally coming back to Kun and everyone else. Talk about a Uno reverse card moment. And I'm also really glad that after the first season or volume, the story focused a bit less on Bam's dreams of finding Rachel and focused on who he is as a person, as well as his strengths. Nothing makes me more mad and edgy than when an anime shows off the main character as too weak for too long. And I'm incredibly satisfied and happy that from volume 2, Bam starts off the story as a much stronger character, someone who finally starts to look like the main character of an epic story, making the series on overall much more interesting for me to watch. As for the anime, I'm loving how they drew each episode in terms of the characters and etc. How the outlines are like the webtoon lines, and the characters are behaving exactly like how I imagined they would be when reading the webtoon. The pacing for each episode is great, and they are so far sticking true to the webtoon, and I hope they continue to do so. For example, I just recently watched episode 5 and let me tell you, I got chills. When Bam controlled his Shinsu, he really stepped up that main character game, showing off his natural talent and strength. And also in the earlier episodes, when Lero Ro Shinsu wall did not block out Bam, absolute chills. And we also can't forget the opening. Let me tell you, the opening slaps. It slaps hard. If you are on the line and fence of whether you want to give Tower of God a go or not, listen to the opening and then make a decision. Trust me, you'll be on episode 5 before Rachel can even betray you. As for the overall series and my wishes, I hope that in the future chapters Rachel ends up getting a wake-up call and experiences pure despair as she realizes that she can't climb the tower anymore and becomes unable to see the stars. Because let me tell you, I'm not the best person in the world, but even I know who deserves to get what they wish for and who doesn't, and Rachel straight up does not deserve to see the stars. Overall, I cannot wait to read more chapters and finally catch up. I am also eagerly waiting for each anime episode to come out. So if you have not started Tower of God, both the anime and or original webtoon, and you like fantasy, action, shonen-esque vibes, give it a go today. You won't regret it. And as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.